Hello, good morning. It's just another day, and you might have noticed that in the daytime when the sun is shining, we don't see the moon. The moon is kind of lucidly dreaming. It's delusion. You know, the moon. I like the moon. Don't worry, I like the moon. But in the daytime when the sun is shining, the moon can be seen. And this is why some people don't appreciate your shine too much, because their own reflection of you, their own way of shining can't be seen as long as you're around. Because when you enter the room, you change the energy. There's just something, and that's why they have to jump in front of you, jump into the center of attention. In some way, they have this need. We call it external regulation. And this is also why some friends are only friends when you're at your lowest, because they like you that way. And they can help you in your darkest hours. And this is good, because if you was completely alone in this time, nobody would save you. But don't be surprised that when you show strength and discipline over a long time and change your life, that these might switch up on you too. It's like just recently my boy Denzel Moss posted a video titled "Not Everybody Can Come With You." It's just that, yeah, it's just what it is, right? So also there's people, you're living in a certain circle, you're living in a certain environment. This environment has grown, and there's people who see your strength long before you. They are aware of your blessing, of your potential, long before you, because you're naive, you are internally regulated, you don't need to show off. But since these people compare themselves constantly to each and every one, they know your blessings, and they are afraid that you might step in your full potential, and ironically so, by trying to dim your light, by trying to eradicate all competition, by trying to getting you out of the game and deceiving you. They push you towards your purpose, potentially, or they push you to more self-awareness. But it's a dangerous game for you as well. So I might make a video in the future about different archetypes. One of them is the archetype of Yeshua, Jesus. But I'm not talking about that particular person that is seemingly bind to Christianity. No, this archetype, I'm talking about an archetype. An archetype is not bound to anything. It occurs in different religions, in different belief systems, in different cultures and different times. The Savior. And yes, when we talk about the Cartman's drama triangle, there are archetypes as well. The Savior, the rescuer, the victim, and the persecutor, the oppressor, right? And Yeshua himself is an expression both of the king archetype as well as probably even of the inner child archetype and the savior archetype. But he embodies all the matured forms of it, the intoxic forms. Because of all these three archetypes I just mentioned, there are also the toxic forms. All right? Forms that are self-destructive, because everything that is destructive to the outside is at the same time destructive to the inside. This means as within, so without, as in heaven, so on earth. You understand me now, right? So, and Jesus even went through a process of maturing. He allowed people to abuse him, and he knew what they're gonna do, and he let them do it. And this is what I mean with a dangerous game. It's like kind of, don't try this at home. I've done this too, but I would not recommend it because it's dangerous. It can happen that you literally lead yourself to your own crucifixion by allowing people to do this. Of course, it has the benefit of revealing the true faces of them. If you're a naive person and you do not you can't look through people, you don't have the huge amount of experience, because ironically, an empath, an intuitive introvert, might believe that they cannot be deceived because they have so much emotional intelligence and intuition. But when you lean too much on intuition, and when you are too positive and you try to understand people based on yourself, what you do is you look at the frame of the person and you fill it with the same fabric that you are made of. You assume they have a moral compass, they have the best interest for everyone at heart, and by this you override the uncanny valley effect, the uncanny feeling, the deceptive red flags. You override them, but they are there, and this is why you need external education and experience to understand the world. The world is not the same as you are in every case. But I don't want to get ahead of my own video. I will release videos about these different archetypes, but now I'm talking about this danger that people see your gifts before you know them, and they feel that their own personality, or their own, in this case, delusional, grandiose sense of self can't be validated externally. In other words, they need the validation of others as a role that they have created in their mind, their false self, the grandiose self. And as long as an authentic person is outshining them, they are suffering from narcissistic depletion, which shows as depression, and depression is an aggression that is led to the inside, and as such, it is as within, so without. It means no motivation to live. It means sadness. It is self-destructive. But again, this self-destructiveness is also a form of it can be a form of self-hate, and this self-hate is projected onto the person that is happy, that is internally regulated, that is generating supply out of the way it lives, independent of external supply. And yeah, this is the danger, because these deceptive people, they might be delusional, they might be psychotically, they might go through psychotic phases, creating real word salad, being completely confusing in the things they say, and they might have a high sense of grandiosity, even though they have absolutely no substance to back it up. They might have no core identity, and so on and so on and so on, yet they are still dangerous because they see your gift before you see it, and they will do two things. One thing They try to mislead you to slow you down from reaching your full potential, which is this is also almost demonic, because um, they will sense like a vulture senses the right moment to strike down on a target when it's at its lowest, like a hyena that smells blood. They sense your potential, and in a demonic way that I can't even replicate 100% in words, try to mislead you, which means they cling on to your blessing, to your star, to your gift, and will then create a suggestion for you that should mislead you, that should bring you astray, that should somehow keep you away from that, okay, from reaching that. At the same time, they mirror you. So we have a false sense of self-confidence that is clashing with a based sense of confidence combined with introspection, which means when you have real confidence and introspection and you hit someone who is naturally superior to everybody else, and makes you second guess yourself, because no matter how strong your boundaries are and how resistant you're against the gaslighting intuitively, at the end of the day you will ask yourself, okay, what is the part of me, what is there any truth in that, what, and this means it will have an effect on you. It will soak in slowly, this kind of poison, okay? So being around sick people is infective. Being around malignant personalities is it's like metastasing, like it is all pervasive. You soak in this negativity, evilness, sickness. So you need to stay away from that simply. And I said these people gonna do two things. One is mislead you by suggesting and acting out something that is connected to the things that you like. They will try to bait you with something that is connected with you and connect something negative to it, so that you avoid doing the things that would lead you towards your purpose. So it's really hard to speak this in words. So mislead you. Second, mirror you. And this is the confusing part again. Mirror your confidence in this grandiose way and try to embody your true gift. You need to understand, people without identity core create their identity every day new, and it can be they make a big change of face every day based on a new delusion. And guess who is the inspiration for this delusion? You. They need this envy. They envy you because they see your gift, your blessing. They then idealize that, they snapshot it, idealize it, and then they want to be that, and they are that. And I have never experienced something that is more disturbing than seeing a clown mimicking you in a delusional way, smiling at you like a child that is seriously playing something in the body of an adult. It is so gaslighting and confusing, and it's ridiculous and terrifying at the same way. At the same time, yeah, so these people try to mislead you and poison everything that is good, that feels good for you, that is connected to this. And this is how they get hooks under your skin. And at the same time, they then try to be that they see in you. So don't worry, it's an illusion, is a game. It's ever fading. Everything that people consume is ever fading. This is why they are dependent of external validation, of supply, of enablers, of yes-sayers, of cult members, of a molded environment, of a special designed environment that is serving them. Yes, sir, that's it. So that's a video. That's a day. Let's go. Stay blessed.